blown away on how easy this is. I was actually surprised how quickly I sold my first product. It's very consistent with the amount of sales that are going up, about 30,000 to 50,000 in the 10 months.
So tell me about yourself. What's your name? What did you do before Etsy?
Oh, okay. So, name's Lianne. I've been online for about 15 years now, where I run Shopify stores and a marketing company. So I've been around the internet for a while. I've never touched Etsy, weirdly enough. But I have a day job. I'm a project manager for offshore oil facilities. So a company buys an oil platform or a ship or something, and I transition it into the new company, project manage that. So it's really crap. It's long hours and whatever. So I think I'm at the stage now where I want to get out permanently. So I obviously came across you on Instagram, and I guess fate works weird ways, because I see a million things in my feed, but I obviously engaged, so there was something there. So I have an Etsy account that I'd opened up in 2015 to buy something, and that was it. That was pretty much my interaction with Etsy. I don't know why. I've just never been around it. So mainly I signed up with you because I was clueless with the ads and whatever, because obviously all the other platforms are quite complicated. So I was like, and my personality is, if I want to learn something, I just pay for someone to teach me instead of struggling. So that's pretty much where I got started. So I bought your course just before Christmas, and I created one product and I sold 7. I was actually surprised how quickly I sold my first product. I was really quite surprised. And then, then I had my first support call, and I pretty much was like, okay, you can turn your ads off now. And I did that, and then it just died. So 7 sales, and then very visual person. My brain's a typical project manager brain. So I basically set up, I'm looking at it right now, basically set up on a whiteboard I have in my study, 10 for 100 is what I've written on the board. So basically what I've done is I have to load 10 new products every day for 100 days continuously. And I want to track and see as an experiment how it actually works. So I accidentally stumbled across something that somebody was selling. Their sales were open. So I was watching how they were selling them every day, and I was like, okay, cool, I can do that. And now, so then I started, so now I load minimum 10 new products every single day. And I'm tracking my stats on my board, and I'm tracking my sale numbers and my, the money. So my products are small ticket items. I've just found something that fits in my niche now that's a higher ticket number. But at the moment, my money that comes in from one sale is about $5 Aussie. Which is not bad, but I mean, it's obviously, to make decent money is volume. So it's very weird how it's working. I will hit like $20 a day for like 1, 2, 3 days, and then suddenly it'll shoot up to 25, then it'll hang around, and then it'll go up and up. It's very consistent with the amount of sales that are going up every couple of days or whatever. So, so I think it's going to be very interesting at the 100 days to look back and see how the actual store grew in this way. I am running ads. I'm going to keep running ads for the full 100 days at least. I've budgeted to run ads for 6 months. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm adding so many new products every day that I'm running ads on the new products for 5 days. I look back and I stop everything. So every day I'm shutting down some products, and every day I'm adding new products to the ads. So I guess I'm a bit different from a few people from the thread, where they were commenting about, they don't want to spend the $10 on a ChatGPT or something, you know what I mean? mid-journey type of license. I've pretty much gone full out because, as I said, I've been on online. Ads are expensive. I've hired a full-time designer. He's great. He's giving me his stuff's just come through now. Every night about midnight my time, his designs coming and then I load them. So basically, my research, what I've been doing is I take a really high-level keyword. Let's just say what, a black T-shirt. And then I keep drilling down. And then basically what I then do is I look for stores, I search, and I only look for stores that are 10 months old or younger. So I'm looking for stores that have killed it for maximum, like a lot of the stores that have really become successful have hit about 30,000 to 50,000 in the 10 months. So I'm talking about amount of sales now, not the money. Anyway, so then I do research and I keep going down. I'm only looking for those stores. I'm not looking for anyone older than 10 months. And then I go into their store and I analyze it. And then I find what were their first products, if they're not seasonal, if it's not Easter or whatever. What were they? What did they start out with and how did they get their sales? I check under Google, I check under Pinterest. I'm trying to see where they're getting their traffic from. And then I find their winners. And if, let's say, for example, if the winner's a big fat teddy bear or something as an image, I'll then create 10 variations of the image. And then I will run 5 on exactly the way they're running it. Their keywords, their everything. And then I'll run 5 on. I spend a lot of time doing keyword research. So I will go into eRank, and then I'll put in my keyword, and then I'll only choose things that are green under 5,000 search, really, really low hanging fruit. And then I set the 5 up with those keywords. So I'm trying to test, sort of do a split test to see which ones are going to actually get there. So last night I was looking at one particular keyword which was pretty high traffic, and I have of the 15 on the front page on a PC, I have 9 of them for spaces. So some of my stuff is starting to pick up really good with organic traffic as well. So
amazing.
It's obviously a process, and it's obviously a learning curve, and it's obviously patience. And I think the hardest part of this is some nights I'm just so exhausted, because what I'm doing now is I get up at 4, and then by 7 o'clock I've done the research, I've created my images, and I've loaded them. So some days I'm like, oh, I want to skip, and then I'm like, I literally cannot skip one day, because then I don't know if my experiment is going to have had the same result.
Right.
So I have to do the full 100, because I want to turn around and say, hey, if you do this for 100 continuous days, and I'm not changing anything I'm doing in the 100 days, I'm not suddenly changing my ad spend or whatever, I'm literally just loading a minimum of 10 new products every single day. So so I will let you know. I'm on day 14 now of this, so I've got a ways to go. But from day 1 was $4.34, and on day 12 was $59 for the day.
Right. Sorry about that.
So it's growing. And my sales, let me just quickly check now. My sales, so I hit 100 sales on the 1st of March.
How'd that feel?
And now, so I was 100 on the 1st of March, and let me just see, it's funny. And I'm now on 158. So I've done 58 sales now since the 1st of March.
Amazing.
6 days.
And how has...
So it is growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How has Musa and the program helped you with that sales growth?
Oh, a lot. Because, I mean, the first product that I sold was he's like, hey, do you want to try this? Create this product and whatever. So the niche I fell into now accidentally was sort of him steering me towards something, and then, me just keep going down. And it's literally just luck when you do find that gap of like, hey, this is so in demand. All you need to do is change the product slightly, and then and the amazing thing is now is the way my brain is working with, like every time I walk around, I'm looking at people those t-shirts or I'm looking at stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, that can work. And then I straight away, those become my 10 for the night as well. So I'm actually at the stage now where I have about, I don't know, I don't want to exaggerate, but about 200 designs that need to be loaded that are just, I'm just coming up with all these ideas, but I never load anything unless there's actually research behind it. So it has to, I can't have any, like sometimes some of my designs I'm like, oh wow, that's amazing, but I can't be emotional about it. So it gets loaded if it has the stats behind it, and that's pretty much it.
Right.
So weekends I'm trying to do more. My time's very restricted. I work like 60-hour week in my normal day job, so it's tough. I've got written on my whiteboard here, it's like the story that you're going to tell in the end, because honestly it's quite tough right now. But I'm just really interested to see these 100 days and to see, because if I can, and I'm documenting it, so like, if I can figure this out, then you can repeat it on another store all the time, rinse and repeat type of thing.
Right.
So,
and what's your goal? What's like your forecast for your store?
I want to, 6 months, I want to hit 50,000 sales, which sounds really scary, but I think it's very doable. Because my product is just t-shirt images, and I can see the guys doing print on demand and stuff make more money than me, obviously. But the niche that I'm in is I've had this week alone, I've had 4 people buy 5 things, and 4 and 5 things each. So I have people come to my store and fill their basket. So that's what I'm sort of aiming for. And I've had a few repeat customers. I've had a woman approach me because I've done a lot of bundles, and ironically, nobody buys my bundles as much as what they buy. I have a bundle of 4 images, but they buy the images separately for some odd reason, which is more money for me. But so I've had a few people approach me like to buy my stuff en masse and stuff. So I know my designs are on point, that people want them, because that's what I was really nervous about in the beginning, was like, what level of quality am I putting out? And I've started getting reviews in now, which is helping, obviously. So far I've just hit 5, which is good. So pretty much just wake up, do it, go to bed, wake up, do it. That's it. Just keep going. And then I'm obviously not going to stop at the 100 days, but I just grabbed the 100 because it sounded cool, and to see what your actual growth can be.
For sure.
With this, I will add that I am starting to use external Pinterest traffic. I have a really clever way that I get traffic to my Shopify stores through Pinterest, which I can share at some point if you're interested. But it's a 6-month process. So if you do the Pinterest traffic, 6 months time, you're going to be blown away with traffic. But it takes a while. So again, dedication on that part. So that's pretty much where I'm at. It's nothing fancy or massive or whatever. It's just I'm trying to be consistent, which is hard. really, really, really hard. But
it's an amazing snowball effect how it all works. One last question for anybody on the edge, or they want to kind of be consistent like you. What would you suggest to like people on the edge who want to start Etsy with the program? What do you recommend?
Honestly, because I've done a lot of Google and Facebook and all that stuff, I, to be honest, have been blown away on how easy this is. It's not that hard to just jump in there and do it and whatever. I think the reason that everybody doesn't have sales and doesn't actually make it is the consistency. I think that's the difference. So if you want to jump in and do it, and you need to, for my reason, I get selling a lower ticket item, you need to realize that you're going to have to do volume to make more money. You need to give them more choice. If I want to sell 1,000 items a day, I need to have 10,000 items in my store as a choice type of thing. And so there's those type of things you need to think of. But if you really want it, I mean, your course is really easily laid out, and I watched the videos in one day. You go through it really quickly, and it sticks really quickly. But it just comes down to everything in life is that you've got to put the effort in. You know, I can watch your videos and that's it. It's not going to help me much. So when you get to that point that you've watched the videos and all that, that's the easy bit. It's the what's going to set you apart and do the work. And I mean, I'm not there. I'm only 16, 17 days into being actually committing to this. You know, I could fall off the wagon tomorrow type of thing. But it's consistency. I've realized that.